Hey YouTube, Corvus here with another vlog entry. In this episode I just want to share some thoughts with you, some plans that have been brewing in my mind for the last couple of weeks basically. Where to start? I think at some point every painter or every gamer it comes to a point where he wants to make some plans. For example, build an army, build a new army, start playing a new game. Start painting up a project for a competition, for example. And I think I just I'm right now I'm at such a point. So I've been thinking about what to do, which projects to start up. So as most of you know, the last couple of years I've been back into the painting competition business. Ranked up a few trophies here and there in competitions. But yeah, I think since last year I just lost a bit of a feel with the competition scene. I think I still won something last year at the scale model challenge, but that was with a model that I painted almost a year earlier, so not really painting up new stuff. Didn't really know what to do. Didn't want to spend 10 plus hours on one miniature. So I just looked up some good-looking miniatures on web stores here and there and ordered them. So that's why I painted up some. Ended up painting some Malifaux figures and then some Infinity figures also. By the way, those are figures that I still haven't showed you so far. So I should really take them out of the closet there and show them to you. And then some commissions popped up at the end of last year. So when I finished them, I ordered this box, and that's something I'm quietly and slowly working on since April or something. But yeah, so that's now a project that's here on the desk. It's almost finished. And it's more like a gaming quality. I'm painting them, not really competition quality like I used to. But when I was painting those up, I thought, wouldn't it be awesome to start doing more commissions? So I was thinking about setting up a new website, creating some kind of brand name, planning to paint up more figures like that, in case you haven't seen them, more like these Infinity figures, more that kind of quality, paint up more of them, to build up a portfolio. And when that's done, that could have taken about a year or something. When that's done, create a nice looking site, create a brand name apart from the name that people know me from, so that's Corvus Miniatures. So create a new brand name, come out with a portfolio, hoping that will bring in some work, some commission painting. But on the other hand, there's some thoughts that were coming to me in the last couple of weeks. I started thinking, look, my motto has always been paint whatever you like, whatever you want, whenever you want it. So that's basically the motto I've given myself when I almost quit the hobby. I think it was 5-6 years ago, when I was really fed up with competition painting and really didn't know what to do didn't really have that much motivation left. By the way, this entire story you can read on my blog. When you go to the about page, I think there's an entire history of my blog and my painting ventures. So basically, that was after my second daughter was born. I didn't really put that much time in the hobby. I forced myself into painting some miniatures for a competition. Of course, ended up losing, getting frustrated, and really wanted to quit the hobby. But then I started up a new blog. That's the blog you see now, corvusminiatures.blogspot.com, and that really boosted my motivation to pick up the hobby again. And I believe I also started painting, painting some Space Marines, because I wanted to slap on some paint on miniatures, forget about the competition stuff, just paint whatever I like. So that was the motto I then committed myself to. So, and then I think 2 or 3 years ago, I got back into the painting, competition painting scene by winning some prizes here and there. So that was it was really fun to start winning competitions again after being out of the competition scene for a couple of years. But now, I don't really feel like I said before, I don't really feel like spending 10 plus hours on one project. I also don't have the inspiration or the motivation currently to do such a thing. I just enjoy painting up gaming miniatures at the moment to a very good standard. So I'm also taking everything I learned in the competitions, taking them, basically applying the same techniques with less layers and much faster and more rudimentary, but basically just using the same techniques as I do with competition pieces, and using those techniques to paint up the gaming miniatures. So like I said before, I now come to a point where I decided, look, this entire idea I have in my head about creating the brand name of the painted miniatures, I've come to this point to decide that I'm not going to continue doing that. First of all, I'm not sure how much commissions that will give me, and of course, secondly, there are a lot of people doing that. I mean, price-wise alone, I can't really start competing with the Polish guys. Also, all of you know there are a bunch of studios out there, especially in Poland, who, they have a really fast turnaround, they produce great quality, and I mean, the prices, they're about the same prices I have, maybe a bit cheaper also. So that's maybe what I mean by that is all the effort that I will put into creating this portfolio, creating the website, stuff like that, that probably maybe give me a few commissions here and there. And on the other hand, I mean, commissions still come in. I think I do 1 or 2 commissions a year. I mean, for me that's enough. That brings me to the third point, is that if you keep in mind my motto, paint whatever I want, whenever I want it, that's always a bit of a struggle when you accept a commission. If those are miniatures you don't really like, you really have to force yourself into painting these, especially if miniature painting isn't your everyday job, like it's like in my case. I mean, it's just my hobby. For me, it's fun to have a bit of extra cash to spend on hobby related supplies and stuff like that. But on the other hand, I mean, money for my hobby isn't really a problem. I already have all the paints and all the tools I have, and those miniatures, this isn't really the big cost. So what the plan will be is, I made the decision that I want to get back into gaming. That's a decision I have in my mind for quite a while now. But the problem is I'm not in any gaming group or something right now. But I'm looking forward to look up some gaming groups here in the area. I will try to look out for people who play Infinity. Maybe when I have completed my starter set, I will surely play a few games with some friends and then see how things go. Maybe I expand the army. Maybe I just enjoy the games with the starter set. On the other hand, Age of Sigmar has come out. I've been looking to a game like Warhammer Fantasy for quite a while now, but I think the game itself, Warhammer Fantasy, it really appeals me. But on the other hand, I don't really like any of the existing armies. There wasn't one army that I said, look, that's now something I really want to paint. But now with the Age of Sigmar, the starter set, I'm baffled. Really fantastic miniatures, both armies, Chaos and how you call them, the Sigmarites, so the good guys. I mean, they look fantastic. I'm not really 100% sure yet if those are the kind of figures I want to paint. I mean, I especially like Infinity, the finer figures. The Age of Sigmar figures, they're obviously very bulky, so I'll probably have to, I'm just going to give it a try. Basically, decided to, I mean, it's 90% sure that I will order, maybe somewhere next week, order the starter set. but I really want to keep focus on the Infinity starter box first. So I have two figures halfway, and then one figure I still have to start on. So that's basically the final stretch of that project. And when that's done, I will quietly start working on the Age of Sigmar. So what will be the plan with the website? Because I have already also made the decision to not put any time in a new brand name. So I will try to improve the current Corvus Miniatures blog. Some stuff I have in mind is like a new logo, maybe just start being active on another channel, not a few channels like Flickr, where I already have an account, but just go there and be a bit more active. So those were some thoughts I had in mind. Basically, really looking forward to Age of Sigmar. People complain that the strategy, there's not much strategy in there anymore. The stuff with the regiments is gone, but those were the things that really didn't really apply to me. I like simple games, fast games, skirmish-like games. Those are the games, it's kind of games I like. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into a game like that. So if you have any experience so far with Age of Sigmar, I'm really looking forward to hearing of that in the comment section. That's all for me. Those are my thoughts. I hope it wasn't too boring. See you in the next video. Bye.